just informed us that we are at top 4 for all games. This is how we do NM. Stream pools, save top 4 for later, you know, get it all in at one time. So you're going to start seeing the finales of all the games right now, guys. We're starting off with some Injustice 2. So I'm a little versed knowledge-wise in this game, guys. I've been messing around. I've been watching streams. You know, I've been playing when I can. But I couldn't really say that I'm a commentator for this game. Maybe I could get hype and be colorful for y'all, but that's about as much as gonna happen. My boy, Dr. Random.
Do I get to spread my voice all over this top 4 of Injustice, man? Do you know who's in it?
You get a bust of tongue all over it.
Oh, dude, let's go.
So
I'm excited to see some action.
got who I know to be as heavy metal. Not too sure who the other gentleman is. A newcomer, I believe. So I'm playing some sets with some of our more regulars. Seem to be holding his own. Obviously, well enough to get him this far in bracket.
This is an 18-man Injustice bracket, man.
Not bad.
18-man Injustice bracket. To make top 4 in that, in a field where, you know, you feel like most people are playing the game, I think it's pretty hard, man. So we're going to see some 50-50s against Cheetah. So
and we're
Cheetah's
going
to have to work, dude.
We're going to see more 50-50s.
There we go,
from
50-50s. Let's go.
Atrocitus,
there we go, starting out early.
Atrocitus, definitely one of the more top characters in the game at the moment. A lot of playstyle diversity. He can zone. He can go in. Great buttons and just great character overall.
And the trait, dude. Let's not forget about the trait. The trait is some shit, dude.
Dexter is that cat. Let me tell you, he's the cat's pajamas, I guess.
Ooh, meter burn back 3. That's good. Let's see how much damage we get.
I haven't got to see really
okay.
much of Cheetah, actually.
The thing about Cheetah is that she's ass in terms of damage unless she's got her trait active.
Oh, okay.
So like Atrocitus can like face tank this girl all day. Not gonna matter unless she's got the trait active.
But she's fast and she has good mix-ups from what I understand.
That's right, and it seems like the Atrocitus is really struggling against the Cheetah Pounce. If you see Cheetah Pounce, you can just kind of meter burn back 3 on reaction. I mean, you don't really have to think about it very much. So good air dodge. Atrocitus wasn't ready for it.
But you got to keep in mind, guys, that you want to time your air recoveries. They do cost you 2 meters, and you do not recover instantly from them. You still are technically in an air state, so if they read, you can read air recoveries almost like a burst bait somewhat and still punish off of it, I believe.
So we got Cheetah tying it up about 100 or 200 or so health lead, which isn't anything for Atrocitus. That's going to be safe with the meter burn. So we're back to neutral. Atrocitus got corner pressure, and just like that, Cheetah's got corner pressure. Now this is terrifying, dude. What do you do?
Which side is that? Nice meter burn back 3.
Ooh,
nice air recovery.
It's a good punish. Didn't want to spin the meter, I guess. So there we go. You gotta block that 2 hitting overhead when we see a clash. I think that's fine. You can kind of let Atrocitus burn 2 or 3 meters and be okay with it. Typically, when you clash, you want to get 2 meters worth of value because that's the most value you can get off of the clash. Once you get into the 3 and 4 meters, you're not getting that much. And so Atrocitus went ahead and burned 3 because he figured, hey, if Cheetah burns 1, then I get the most value.
And Atrocitus is just locking Cheetah in the bird cage, drilling her with the combo links into the trait.
There it is. That should be it. So the Cheetah is ducking under every single wake up attack.
Right.
And he's still doing it. I wonder if this is some conditioning. Maybe we'll see some change. Maybe some wake up throws. It's a good option if you notice your opponent's just trying to block.
There we go. We need some more. We need some more blood, baby.
That was an interesting meter burn. I wonder if you just take the positioning, but you know he's the Atrocitus player. So Cat's gonna make this pressure 100% safe. He goes for the overhead. That's the thing about Atrocitus is you can kind of block low and just take the knockdown. I mean, eventually it'll add up, but you're kind of okay for a while. So right now, Cheetah should be trying to make things happen, not letting him get Cat back for free. But here you go, Atrocitus taking his turn.
Nice combo right there off of the double blood.
It's not much damage, but I'll tell you what, anything Atrocitus can do, it's frustrate you. And when you see yourself getting smacked around for 10 hits and they have to put 0 effort into it, it can get kind of frustrating.
Definitely.
Even if it's not doing that much damage psychologically.
He can definitely bully and oppress really well in this game.
So Cheetah is 3 for 3 on wake-ups. I don't know if you've noticed, but it seems like Cheetah's hitting every single wake-up uppercut and, you know, avoiding all of the pressure.
She's ducking so well under everything.
Locks high on that 50. Playing roulette.
Very solid damage from Atrocitus right there, though. Wow.
There it is again, man. The Atrocitus, I think he's leveling himself. He's thinking to himself, there's no way he's going to do it again. And then he does it again.
Blurry Metal opting to go for the push block option right there. Unfortunately, wasted his meter, though. Wasn't able to do what he wanted to with it.
Good patience on the meter burn back.
And you gotta remember, guys, that the way Injustice works is that your round health stays the same. They don't separate it up by rounds like a la Street Fighter, Guilty Gear. You know, at the end of the round, your health doesn't refresh to make it normal. And Injustice, every lead that you get stays that way.
So, brother, I'm gonna ask you a pop quiz. How many times has the Cheetah activated trait? Because I haven't seen it a single time.
I don't think I've seen it either. I've just seen flashing.
I want to see, yeah, I want to see some of that Cheetah damage too. So here we go. He was jailed there. Not much he could really do. He's not going to get invincible wake up because he's stuck standing. So,
Blurry Metal not even opting to go for the trait like my boy was noticing. Could get that more solid damage, but is just content to run the back-to-back very quick 50-50. She's very fast.
Right. See, I really want to ask him, you know, why he's backing off at the start. He's letting Atrocitus kind of dictate the pace of the early game, and that's, you know, you're playing Wolverine. You got to throw those 99-second mix-ups up. So corner carry, shield for a meaty. No wake-up. That's good. I think Cheetah's really good, handling it really well in the wake-up game.
Very nice.
Good punish on the drop. Okay, so that should be a punish. Doesn't get optimal punish. Ooh, do you see that Kara command grab, dude? That's so sick. Ooh, there it is again. So no meter burn on these. Let's see. What does he get? That's a jail. He goes for the overhead. Atrocitus has been really good on the defense when blocking movements. I just feel like he'll get knocked down once. He'll really struggle on wake up, and that's where the Cheetah's excelling. So good blocks.
He definitely has options too for wake up, I believe, right?
Oh yeah, the rush punch.
Not just meter burn, but yeah, I'm pretty sure you could do rush punch, meter burn. That could be a wake up option. The back three doesn't find its mark.
I'd really like to see some of the Atrocitus make a lot of adaptations to what the Cheetah's do. He's basically air dodged in every single spot exactly the same. His rushes, you know, haven't been anti-aired. But, you know, Atrocitus goes ahead and takes that second bar.
Nice.
100% likely. There it is. No anti-air again. Hard knockdown.
Very solid spacing on all of these strings and stuff so far. His footsies are pretty decent.
Ooh, oh, that could have been big. That could have been corner carry plus pressure, but you know what? We're going to make up for it with this combo anyways.
He actually finished off that string with the low ender right there. Kind of probably caught Blurry Metal in a scramble. Finds a hit right here.
That's interesting. I wonder why you don't tie there. But maybe he wants the meter for like a meter burn back 3.
Wow, okay. I kind of like that space coverage right there.
That's really good. That was like a whip punish, right?
Pretty much ran straight into it, honestly. Wow, that was very fast. Good block from TKB.
You can definitely see the TKB adapting to the pace that Blurry Metal's trying to play at. Look at that. That was a good whip
there,
punish.
just good spacing, staying on top of the movement more with the backdash, just not allowing
stop
Cheetah.
Jumping. Telling her, stop jumping. Oh, God. Knockdown. Backdash.
Nice.
Low, high. Good blocks. Okay, there it is. That should be it.
Whip punish.
So TKB really made some adjustments there. You can definitely see some whiff punishing, not letting Cheetah dictate the pace of the game, and I think Blurry Metal's been conditioned to just block on TKB's wake up.
He's like I said, he's very good with the footsies so far. Like, he's really adapting to the space a lot. Like, whenever Cheetah gets into a certain range, you see that backing up happen, and he's kind of just waiting. Yeah.
And that's the first wake up from TKB in a while. And if you notice the last match, he just blocked on wake up. Didn't wake up with anything.
But he blocked correctly.
Well, it's that, and then TKB was expecting the wake up, right? So Blurry Metal benefits from the conditioning there. All right, so this is going to be some corner carry. See if he activates the star that he does. So he's got the shield. Oh, doesn't block. I wonder what he was going for.
The shield is like a projectile shield, and it's also a hit shield, guys, at the same time. You can generate a lot on that.
Oh, yeah, it's a guaranteed meaty if you're in their face.
Like I'm saying, guys, Atrocitus, very strong character. First few weeks out into this game, a lot of diversity play style-wise. And we're seeing TKB make good use of most of his options. Ooh, he almost had the space, but he got jailed in the corner to dodge out of that forward 3, but
that's a rough spot.
that is a rough spot, especially against Cheetah. Nice though, and Atrocitus, very, like I said, he can bully, very solid. He has the what, like 4 or 5 overhead string that you can cancel at any time into the low, which is an instant low. It is punishable, but the mix-up can be very hard to read.
So man, it seems like Cheetah's dictating the pace of the match, right? And whenever she gets a hit, she's doing maybe 15-20%, and she'll get, 2 or 3 in a row. Atrocitus hits her once 40%. You know what I mean? It's hard.
Right.
It seems like when Cheetah gets in and she gets her reward for playing footsies well, or whatever she needs to do to get in, she's not cashing it out. Whereas the Atrocitus, anytime he gets a hit, that's a huge chunk of life.
Yes, he's converting very well, and it's like we've noticed Blurry Metal is making very interesting non-optimal choices with his meter, though. Actually, it's got him out of a few situations of guaranteed damage, but he's not really taking his own where he can find it. You know what I mean?
He seems pretty antsy. But I guess it's natural on a Cheetah player, so that should be a clash.
Your blood runs hot.
All right, let's gamble. I got 10 bison bucks on 2 meters.
Oh, dang it.
Should have taken that. All right, let's see. Still no trade activation, man. I just want to see one. Just show me one.
Nice block there on the string. Blurry
That's
Metal
good.
working the mix-ups, still not getting that much damage.
See, it's what I'm saying. He gets these rewards for opening them up 4 or 5 times in a row, and each time it does maybe 15%. And you see Atrocitus, he does 300, 400 damage, and this is just going to begin. Oh, let me fix my face. That was a
Nice
clutch
meter
air
there.
escape.
That was the scramble right there. Nice resilience though from
pretty
TKB. TKB originally down 0-2 in the set, showing some very strong adaptations.
It's going to run it back, dude. Hit him
Yeah.
with the classic.
I think I've seen several times TKB is very recognizing a lot of the situations Blurry Metal is trying to force him into. I've seen him counter a down 1 a couple times with meter burn back 3, so
And I think Blurry Metal's on to it. I think Blurry Metal's on.
definitely. Almost at any point whenever you're up 2-0, and you're kind of just running your thing, and when people start figuring it out, it can be hard.
Oh my god, TKB conditioned him so hard to block on his wake up. And Blurry Metal's tilt. Oh my god, dude, this is brutal.
Nice.
Okay, so that was a good air escape, but now he's in the corner against Atrocitus. That's safe, because he meter burns it.
And like I said, the air escape can put you in a bad situation, but one thing I've noticed that Blurry Metal is doing is he's literally waiting for the back 3 to start up before he even goes for the air recovery. So
Dude, just activate your trait. Man, if you activate your trait, you're like 2 combos away from taking his first bar, but you're not going to activate his trait.
he
Your
hasn't
trait.
activated trait at all.
At all, man. It's like he's playing Cheetah, where Cheetah just does ass damage, where she doesn't, man. She's actually a really good...
He's doing decent damage right now.
Here we go. The conditioning. You can really see it come up. So now we're at even life, man. Dead even.
Ooh.
If he would have just let it rip as soon as the armor kicked in, he may have been okay.
But he
held
wasn't
it
in the
for a little
space
bit.
for it, yeah. Atrocitus barely was able to get that second hit to break the armor on it too. Very unfortunate, but it's
So
gonna tie it up.
Yeah, and Atrocitus pressing a button on wake up, there was like no reason for him to do it, because if he decided to wake up, there was a lot of risk reward there. Because now he lost his trait. I mean, he's getting the hit anyway, so it's it's whatever. It doesn't matter. Guess it's wrong.
There's the overhead into lows, like I was talking about. Strong reset, pretty brain dead.
So let's see.
But this is the
Got the
big.
kitty. Oh yeah, that's right. It's my turn. I have Dexter out. I don't know if I agree with that push block, man.
That's
I
what I'm
don't know
saying.
if I
Is
agree.
Blurry Metal's making very interesting choice regarding his resources. He's not using his trait. He uses his meter more so as of a way of escaping situations of him getting hit. But
TKB ran it back.
he's not really using his meter to extend his damage, or he's kind of using it more to keep his positioning, and I didn't really like that.
It's defensive. He used it completely defensively.
He played an offensive character in the wrong way.
Yeah, he was trying to be a forward-moving wall against Atrocitus, but
When he's the wall.
that's Atrocitus' job.
When he's
yeah.
the wall, yeah, he is the wall. So TKB won. TKB won that 3-2.
So That was an
Players
interesting match, though. I would have loved to see that Cheetah.
Yeah,
back.
definitely. You could definitely tell that the Cheetah was incomplete. TKB making all of the necessary adaptations to do everything. You know just
what?
capitalizing more off of his hit. Like out of. It's like you were saying. Like when Cheetah was hitting, like she was getting some of the mix-ups, but when it came down to it, the amount of work was completely just one-sided. Like she had to work so hard, and then during the scrambles of him trying to initiate his offense, Atrocitus would get the hit, and then one solid confirm, into back three is basically the same amount of damage he just took. Like the life was fairly even overall, but
it's like Cheetah would take 4 turns in a row, and eventually Atrocitus would get his, and they were back to square one.
Exactly.
They were just back to neutral with the even life, even meter, because the Cheetah would use it defensively.
But then eventually TKB just started,
whiff punishing.
control. Yeah, not only the whiff punishing, but like I said, like his spacing, like just his recognition overall of options. Like you said, the conditioning. That's definitely, obviously he just played the more complete character, and it's like you said, like being conditioned on wake up like that is definitely the signs of a tilted player when you don't have the confidence to run your offense like you were. You know what I'm saying? Like there's probably a lot of the times whenever he could have gotten the decent hit, but
he was in his head.
Right.
Yeah, he was in his head. So we have Karma and Debaka.
Debak, the resident champion of the NRS games, more so or less.
And so Karma tells me he's being trained by these top players. I don't know if you've heard, but I think it's cool that if that's the case, then Karma is in it, man. We have a Southwest player being trained by top names, and we get to see him in top 4, repping his practice and the effort that he's put into the game.
With some Firestorm, pretty unconventional character that I haven't seen a lot of. I've seen a little bit of Cyborg.
So that's the biggest thing. David Vaca just displayed probably one of the most important things in the Firestorm matchup, and instead if Firestorm has a meter and you block his little low beam, don't press anything. Can't press anything.
Right,
So see how much damage Cyborg gets.
Wow, Debak exhibiting some pretty good. You saw Karma recognize the dash in there. I think he went for a wake-up option, but Debak fairly smooth. Kind of just diddy-bopped him.
Yeah, he was trying to shimmy him or something. Look.
Ooh, the projectile trade happened.
So Firestorm in blue is going to win the projectile trade, but I think normally Cyborg wins it. Cyborg is probably along the same tier as Firestorm, and they seem like they're both going to try to do the same thing. But I think Firestorm definitely has more damage. As Cyborg displayed, his best option does maybe 200.
Yeah.
So he does have a really good forward 3 on meter burn, very strong. Some good run cancels, looking like MKX.
But he is a keep away character though, and almost
Definitely.
his up close damage is very meter reliant and almost even somewhat spacing and like execution dependent from what I've seen.
So what about Cyborg's trait, man? Do you know anything about it? Because he just sent a Roomba down on the floor, and that Roomba didn't do shit.
So the cube, from what I understand, has like several different things. So you could do the charge bot to cover the ground space, maybe force the jump or the mix up. I believe you can also use the cube to cover airspace as well, just to keep your zoning more on point. You know what I mean?
So it's pretty roundabout. It's not random, right?
No, it's not random.
He chooses it?
I definitely feel like you can choose. Wow.
So that was a good OS, right? Because if Firestorm meter burn,
he would have
the
took
armor.
Yeah, armor would have took it.
So here we go. It's going to be a good 35%. That's hype as fuck. Cyborg probably has one of the sickest ones.
That was a really, really great whip punish. Most people not really, saving their meter to utilize it like that, but it actually didn't work out for Debak.
See, and I think him having his, his level 3 or whatever you want to call it there, I think him having that kind of displays the tempo of the match. He didn't get a chance to use his meter.
True.
He didn't get a chance to use those resources, so he kind of had to use it to whip punish instead of playing Cyborg's game, which is like a mid-rangey zoning, meter dependent. Not a single meter burn toward 3 because he was playing scared, but he switches to Canary, which I think is a better matchup. I think Firestorm.
I definitely feel like Firestorm could has some different, somewhat maybe counter options to what Cyborg does. Just faster projectiles, Obviously, the ability to meter burn the low one and get a conversion from just about anywhere on screen, right? So
And a better trade.
right,
He's just got a
better trade. He had the air dash to also get over some of Cyborg's projectiles and such. So
And so now we're at this match, and of course Canary's going to get zoned the hell out, but once she's in that Ash, she's going to do about 50%. And we can see here, oh, look at that. So that's going to jail, right? Ooh. So meter burn is going to be corner pressure plus about 270 damage, 276.
wow.
Did you see that wake up
Nice.
hair?
That counter was amazing. I thought he got hit.
That was
And
pretty
then and then I saw his firestorm taking damage. I was just like, what?
So this is really fun to watch. I'm enjoying this Canary action.
Canary is very solid.
She has to work so hard, man. And if Firestorm would have blocked that, what does she do for the next 20 seconds? But you know what? He got the hit, drops the combo, or does he? Did he bait the wake up?
Even
attack?
her combo, she seems like to be a fairly decently execution heavy character. So
Yeah, pressing 2 on is
that
really
is
hard.
that is amazing.
Ooh. That, you know why he did back 3, back 3? Unclashable. Here's it going to be again. That's unclashable damage. Nothing Firestorm could have done once he got hit.
Right, you cannot clash on,
Maybe you can air escape,
on the
but
threes. You could air escape, but you know you're kind of
hey, she just dashes up and hits down 2.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know. I trust D-Baka to be able to do that stuff. So he switches to the best character in the game, according to our man Sonic Fox in Bladum. So this will be interesting.
and most people, honestly.
I mean, he
Most
hits like
people
a
would-
truck.
He
wins
has
zoning
he has
wars,
options. He has everything.
plus frames with trade.
He really
So-
has everything.
But Baka starts it off. He burns the meter immediately. I agree with this.
The
You
meter,
have to use your resources aggressively. Leverage meter for life.
the back 3 though hits a little odd. Doesn't have the height to get the regular BMB.
So he dive kicks to get some space. Let's see. Okay. Just throws out an overhead. That's a meaty setup. That's definitely minus, but so let's see. Oh, no train bounce or no stage bounce. That would have been pretty good. That was a delayed wake up. That was his truth. Why aren't they using the stage bounce? They should both be dead. They should both be dead. Oh my god. Okay, so we have Black Canary at 300 HP but full screen because, you know, in Injustice, we punish you for taking the first life ball. So Black Canary wants to be in Bladum's face. Bladum probably doesn't want that. So it's really beneficial for him to be able to reset to the situation after he loses his first bar and after Canary does too, instead of starting at the middle, which is kind
Opts to
of
go in with a trade.
Man, he is playing some dive kick. Playing some dive kick. No.
I was like, you could do that in the air?
No way. You can, but I don't think he meant to. I don't think that's real. That seemed pretty random.
I'm not really sure either. Wow.
Oh man, imagine if he didn't accidentally burn his meter there. That would have been so much damage. Alright. So 1 bar. I think that's okay. I think you really want meter burn dive kick or meter burn lightning in this match.
Ooh. Canary getting
D-Baka
lightning
is so
loop.
close. Oh, that was not safe, but he chokes and misses the punish. Okay. Just as long as you don't take 1 more meter burn lightning. There it is. There's nothing she could have done. Even with his trade up. Just has to wait a while.
Maybe could have did, you know, meter burn Canary scream, but he would have then been sacrificing his only resource at the time, which he
So-
probably would have wanted to utilize more for better damage options later. Or just
Karma seems to be cutting his B&B short for what seems to be like a meaty setup with the mine that I don't really understand, because if you just do, you know, 2-2-3, you just send him full screen anyways. I don't understand why you wouldn't cash out on the damage, but, you know, he's up there and I'm not. Canary gets the hit. That's 30%. Reads the wake up but doesn't punish. He gets the setup he wants but doesn't reward himself for making the correct read. Not anti-airing or meter burning back through the dive kick. Seems like Black Adam's just getting to play crazy. Maybe D-Baka's on tilt, not playing this game.
yeah, that was very unfortunate. You saw him get the overhead with the meter burn there to get the ground bounce, but he misses the back 3.
And he's making all of the correct reads, but he's not getting rewarded for doing it.
No, he's not
letting
capitalizing at all.
himself play his game
And
because he's
there,
making the right reads.
again,
That should be the first line.
You see what appears to be almost another drop combo. Like I'm saying, it just Black Canary just seems like she has a lot going on B&B wise, like her combo routes. You have to be.
Another wake up. He's done that every time. Ooh, opts to throw the mine.
Wow.
Again, I think D-Bog is a good enough player where you can expect him to be able to punish Black Adam doing that type of stuff, but he's really not taking the rope that this lad is good at. So he's just kind of getting to go ham, play his game. But, you know, maybe D-Bog will pick it up in the second line. He's only 300 or so HP behind. Ooh, that was good. That was good. He needed that.
That's a solid B&B right here.
All right, so this should about tie it up. He doesn't.
Nice.
Again, he's
wow.
making the right reads, but he's not getting the confirm, and that's a double overhead. Should be the first bar. Should be.
There we go.
There
D-Bog finally finds the B&B to connect, and I believe that's gonna be the 3-0 or the 3-1 or so, right?
I think that's 2-2.
2-2.
I think
Is it?
we accidentally gave a point to Karma.
Oh,
I think it's 2-2.
Okay, I see.
Right. Because Firestorm beat Bladum, Canary beat Firestorm, and he just won a game, so it should be 2-2. So let's see here. Whiffs the scream. That's real unfortunate about Canary. If that trait charged faster, she'd be such a strong character. Once that's free, Black Adam kind of gets to go crazy with the zoning, but chooses to try to throw hands with Miss Canary. Loses his life lead because of it. That's unsafe. Chooses just to sweep instead of a real punish. I can't tell if it's nerves or the fact that the game's relatively new. I feel like both of these players are demonstrating their correct reads, the right fundamentals, but their combos are leaving a lot of damage on the table.
Right.
Ooh, so there it is. That's what David Baca needed to be doing. And I'm a huge fan of conditioning, and that seems to be an example of it. Didn't punish the dive kick a single time the Black Adam to do it. Here, when it's 2-2, meter burn back threes, instantly on reaction. So let's see. He's got 114. Any damage that Canary really would have done there was free. Any meter burn she would have forced Bladum to have was free. Ooh, the greed. Didn't believe.
That could have been really bad. Karma had the meters to burn right there. He could have gotten a back 3 off of that, but he's going to let it rock. He's going to stay up on the resources, but
Oh, this is tense, dude.
D-Bog blocking it out, letting Karma
That's
waste all his resources is getting his own.
Goes for a grab. So I wonder if D-Bog is trying to chip away, getting ready for trait. Or not trait, but unclashable damage is what I'm trying to say. So he doesn't go for it there, and that's smart because Black Adam couldn't have clashed. If he would have clashed, he would have taken so much damage, but what was that? What was that?
That was an amazing confirm off the backside trade with the dive kick. He actually beat the dive kick with the cross-up. I actually can't believe he confirmed it into good damage like that. That could be the round.
Good. Yeah, he got a full 300 damage.
That was so clutch.
There it was
could
again.
Be what he
keeps
needs.
air-to-airing the dive kick. These are such sick adaptations that we didn't see in the last 2 games. And now, because he won the last game, he gets rewarded with this insanely favorable position. Ooh, that's not safe, but chooses just to sweep. Oh my goodness. Wow, what a game.
Wow.
What a game.
Wow. And Karma with the Bladum. Baca with his main and Black Canary.
All right, man, riddle me this.
Fortunately.
Why does Bladum's meter burn lightning do more damage than Black Canary's B&B?
Because the tiers, that's why.
Tiers, man.
Because NRS tiers are on some other shit.
If you look back and watch it too, in between, you know, the first bar and the second bar coming up, you'll notice that Black Adam's trait charges. Canary's doesn't. Canary's doesn't, man. That's just NRS, man. What are you doing? Have some consistency, man. People want to play these fun characters. Put on a show like Black Canary. That was probably the hypest match we'll see out of Injustice.
It was
unless he gets to run it back.
It was a beautiful match. Now, just initial, post-match breakdown. Like we said, things could have gone very differently for D-Bog, but the unfortunate part is that Black Adam does not always need to do full extension to get his damage, and we saw that. Like, he can play the game, and just the unfortunate, inability for D-Bog to adapt quicker and, just wake up.
Just to talk about some things, Black Adam's lightning does have startup frames. You probably can react with a level 3 Canary shout, and through that entire match, we didn't see a single meter burn roll. Not a single meter burn roll.
That as well.
A couple of things that I would have liked to see from Baca that, he started breaking out in the last game. He started meter burning, back threeing the dive kick. He started
baiting the wake ups that he was getting hit by with the the double overhead.
Right.
But the other things that I was noticing, just like I was saying, is just obviously Bladum is just
On
the
a
more
different level.
the more simple character. The damage is relatively around equivalent, and just the matchup is in his favor with all the options. And just that's what I'm saying is Black Canary, while she seems she could be very solid, is that you have to be very on point with your execution. You have to make sure that your combo routes are getting hit, and that that takes a lot of awareness mid-match, especially in a brand new game like this. Like, there was just several times where I could see on reaction that a combo wasn't going to work, or and he just wasn't able to put it together like that. So.
And if you notice, I mean, after this will probably be the last comment, and then we'll talk about the game on hand, right? But if you notice, the Black Adam left a bunch of damage on the table, and he still did as much damage as a full Canary BMB. And so the work that Baka had to put in is really admirable to drag it out to 2-2
Yes.
and eventually lose.
But
So I hope
also-
to see him run it back, but right now TKB is standing in his way. Huge
Ooh.
red Atrocitus wall
That was a
blocking.
beautiful block. He blocked the cross up into the double overhead.
It was really good. Ooh, good escape, man. You do not want to be in the corner against this red man. You don't want to block high on wake up either. You don't want to be too greedy moving in. All right, so let's see. What's going to be the neutral option? It seems like D-Baka might still be on tilt. He just played, a really intense match.
Yeah,
Kind of keep it
he
stable
could've-
against a 50-50 machine like Atrocitus can be kind of hard. So you saw him wake up, or you saw him parry on Atrocitus' wake up. I think he was taking some mental notes.
On the
Yeah,
match,
on
the
TKB's
earlier
last
match,
match.
yes.
So I wonder if TKB is going to think about that, or if it's just something that happened. Because I think that's a huge sign on how the wake up situation is going to go for the rest of this match.
Interesting combo option there from TKB. Could have definitely gotten the meter going back to some more solid damage, but I believe he got the space and the hard knockdown going so he could get Dexstar out.
That was a whip punish. That was straight, not a whip punish, but a punish on block for free. So the fact that Canary gets that for free, I don't think TKB is going to do full screen blood pulls when Canary has full charge.
He
Because
can
D-Baka
punish.
just demonstrated that all he has to do is hold down back and he gets a full combo. But you know what? Atrocituses are known for their belligerence, and he still goes in with the unsafe low. No kitty to protect him. Ooh, down 1, 6 frames into trait. This is going to be a full combo. Gets the hardest part of the link, which is the 2-3 after the jump kick. That's some
And
shit, right?
you see the mix-up game from Canary happening. The hard knockdown string cancel into the roll through, just with more overheads on top. You see the work from D-Bok. You see the analysis, the character,
Specialty.
knowledge. Yes, the character specialty, but it's just not working out for him. Atrocitus just
The Atrocity, Black Canary has 50-50s,
Yes.
sick mix-ups that are flashy as hell. Atrocitus hits 2-2 and Blood Bowl.
But-
So, I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it is.
That is how it is. He does
That's
have
just
to,
the nature of the character,
he
and
does
it's
have
up
to
to
work.
D-Baka to
Yes.
adapt. And TKB, he's handling it well. He's using the advantages that Atrocitus has and says, hey, you're not going to get away with this mid-tier bullshit. I'm playing one of the best characters in the game, and I'm going to show you why I'm better. And so,
Another wake-up option there with the punch from,
did he just whip punish at the start?
I think
From
he
full
did.
screen?
I believe he did. I wouldn't put it
TKB is
past.
going to have to think about
I
that.
wouldn't put it past D-Bok. Usually TKB is a lot more. Usually he'll get the blood pull, and then he'll go into the punch walk, get the hard knockdown, and then Dexstar comes out almost perfectly. It's almost
Right.
clockwork. But right then he didn't, and D-Bok is taking great advantage of that.
Oh, yeah.
His antiness to stay safe and neutral. He probably wanted Dexstar out so he could go in and cover himself and start
had a
making up
full
some of
red
this life differential. But D-Bok,
Well, here's going to come.
nice. And just like with Blurry
I'm
Metal,
really
you wait
impressed.
for the back three to come out first, guys. Nice there from TKB. Amazing
Punish again.
punish on the blood bowl.
TKB is going to have to stop using that as a tool. He's just going to have to stray away from it and try to play some honest footsies, which it looks like he can do.
He doesn't have to quite yet. I don't feel like it's been punished maybe consistently enough yet. It's still hit more times than it hasn't in this
That's true.
game right here. So
Well, I feel like up close, it seems like David Blocka's definitely holding up, definitely getting hit by some blood pools. Probably
bro.
leveling himself, saying, oh, there's no way he's going to go low again, and boom, he goes low again.
tries to start the round off with the interactable, but gets caught. This is not where he wants to be.
Yeah, he needs to get out of here.
This is a beautiful position. Wow, wow.
That didn't even punish. That was so sick.
He held it
Oh,
too
and
long.
interrupted the level.
Nice.
That's going to be a punish, though, but instantly clashes. But that's good for D-Bok. At least he gets to reset to mid-screen with a little bit of a life lead. Oh, not so much. He's going to get some health back right.
He can stay in, though. He's still in there. Wow, Dexter coming out, automatically doing work,
He's going to
applying
have
damage.
Yeah, you're going to have to wait a bit for your turn, man. You're just going to have to wait. You're going to wait for that cat to go away. Find a litter box, whatever the hell cats do.
No, and
So
Black.
Dexter pieces out, but... Oh, that's it. That's
Nice.
it. Clashless. You should be able to kill here. Don't drop it. Here we go. Oh, no. No kill, but what's the setup? Sweep.
Goes for the down one, too.
Okay, what is
To
this?
mix it up.
Save.
This.
Oh.
What? No whiff punish?
That was
no.
a huge mistake.
Great scrambling here from both of them. Wow. This is tense, guys. They're scrambling, but they're also blocking amazing right now. And oh, TKB's antiness is going to get him in trouble.
Dang, Atrocitus has sucked.
Oh my god.
would you do that?
Watching Black Canary combos when it's that close is stressful, son. Like I'm saying, like that character is gonna get this man in some trouble because of those BMBs are too flashy, yo.
Too hard, man. Good blocks. Good blocks on the overhead.
Oh.
Man, Bok is being belligerent with holding up during these streams. I think it's at the point where TKB might be leveling themselves, saying, you know, he's gotten hit by the blood pool 1 billion times.
That was actually interesting right there. Both players still trying to get a read on each other's wake-up options, either offensively or defensively. They both backdash there.
And if you
I don't
see
know
in the
saw
neutral,
that.
they just kind of stared at each other too.
True.
Waiting, TKB was waiting for Baka to throw out the trait, and Baka was waiting for TKB to throw out a blood pool. So you definitely see some adaptations in the 1-1. Ooh, the parry. Let's see
Okay.
what it is. Sweep.
Now that we've seen it the first time, I wonder if TKB is going to be a little bit more lenient on the block strings now that D-Bok has kind of found that answer right there. We'll see how many more count. Wow.
Would you have blocked that?
Amazing
I would not have
block.
blocked that.
Amazing
That
block.
was a guess.
That
There's
was
no way.
That was broken as fuck.
There's no way, dude.
That was broken.
cheap.
That was so broken.
Shout out to TKB
Oh.
for blocking that.
Wow.
So he's got about a 200. Oh, Baka's holding up. TKB's got to
It's gonna
realize.
hit eventually. It's good, man.
That's that set play.
That
That's
is.
that set play. When Injustice standard is 3 out of 5, that's the
Nice.
set play.
D-Bok.
The dot wears off at 0.12. Oh. See where the dot wore off, man.
Yes.
That's great. All right, so let's see if he can get a meter out of TKB or anything.
We
before he
saw
takes it.
our first wake-up EX roll from D-Bok right there to get out the situation. Was able to use Canary Call and everything to seal out that last part of the round. We'll see.
First in 2 sets.
First in 2
whole
sets. But that's what I'm saying is there's some things that D-Bok hasn't been utilizing in this match that we've seen in this past round, which
Like
is
blocking down.
counter options and
Blocking
his wake-up options that he's not utilizing.
So here we got a clash that he's going to win. 2 bars, that's the most value. That's what you want. You want a 2-meter difference between what you and your opponent. The TKB goes back to the option. Baka opts for the clashless damage when meters tied. I don't know if I agree with that, but he's up there. I'm not. I think you could have easily have tied the clash.
I would have hopefully liked to have seen the bait from the clash. Oh, nice.
There we go.
Wow. Meter burned out 3 with
That's
the
hard to
bounce.
block. That's cheap.
Oh.
You can clash that? I mean, I guess. I guess.
bitten off.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. So again, this is what you want. Quarter your health back for 2 bars. I think that's worth it.
And now the life lead is somewhat tied. Atrocitus, though, TKB with the resource advantage for now.
And Dexter.
He does have Dexstar out, and he does have a bar, almost 2 bars now.
Oh my god. Baka's being belligerent with his holding up there.
Okay, but TKB now has the meter access to be able to, either
There it is.
extend or access to some of the defensive options that this game allows.
So he's opting for clashless damage. Ooh, block escape? Ooh, that should be it. No,
No.
they didn't get there in time.
Wow, the Canary Scream. If only he had saved it for just a second longer there.
No punish there. That's definitely minus. Definitely
No.
not safe.
Wow, I'm surprised that he's not countering that or punishing that on whiff. D-Bok threw it out several times.
Ooh, that was
Nice
good.
block.
Dude, he holds up the whole match. The whole match, Baka's holding up and he holds down there. That's so sick. He needed that. He needed to take that game.
It's the blood pool isn't super instant low. You can kind of see the wave of the hand he does animation wise. I feel like it is somewhat reactable, but your awareness has to be on point for it.
Yeah,
Which for
well,
obviously for D-Bok it is at right now.
And it's hard to have audio cues too, because he doesn't really make too much of a sound before it's already out. Its active frames may not necessarily coincide with its actual
Amazing
sound.
awareness there for TKB and D-Bok. D-Bok, realizing he was in the negative situation, went for the parry, but TKB whiff punished the parry.
I think I got some buy some bucks saying TKB's next knockdown, he wakes up. I want some buy some bucks on him. Ooh, that's good. That's good.
Nice
So what's the
from D-Bok.
situation? Is he going to end in the jail? I liked it when he ended in the jail. So he goes for a hard knockdown. Ooh, I lost 10 buy some bucks. And Baka gets the knockdown, but Atrocitus says, hey, I need to slow down this game. I need to get my cat out here. I need to go back to playing this mid-range. Ooh, that's some shield combos. Fancy. Into a aerial rave. Some might know it as. Ooh, block escape. Didn't want to have to deal with whatever was going on.
And you see TKB ready there for that aerial option that Baka keeps abusing. Baka,
He invested a lot into his first life bar. And if he doesn't take Atrocitus' first life, I don't know how this is going to be able to go well for him. Because he invested a lot into the 64 points of health he has. 3 meters. 3 meters.
I think a lot of what D-Bok's choices right there was he wanted to spend the meter now to give himself the better chance screen-wise later because he was still in the corner. So.
And that's true. If TKB's full meter and he's not really spending it, then you know you let them build back bar at the same pace that you're building it back bar. That's a good option. Again, press buttons. Normally Black Canary is minus off of her down 1. You know, it's 6 frames, one of the fastest moves. Not normally cancelable, but she can cancel it into trade for a pretty good frame trap. So.
Right. Nice. That's good tech.
Takes the first bar.
Ooh, double roll there from Canary.
Ooh, is that a
Trying to
combo
catch
off of Dexter?
something.
That is.
Nice patience though from TKB. Reacting to the scramble of the double roll.
So it seems like TKB is really dictating the pace of the match, which is not what we want to see from Baka, but he does get the punish, but whiffs the toward 1, blocks a meter burn back 3, and meter burn back 3 of himself. This takes away Clash pretty much as an option for us again. So he's not really going to have Clash. And if he does, then he's checkmating himself into never having to block anything. But I guess that's better than just losing.
Oh man.
Losing at the whiff punish.
And TKB, so smart, controlling the space with the blood spit to just, even if he does hit, he's going to get either the guaranteed chip damage or it's going to hit and it's going to take life over time, which is exactly what just happened to him. It was amazing. He ran straight into it and all the tiny little health that he had to play around was basically gone after the effects of the damage over time.
So we've been talking a lot about from Baka's perspective, not really touching on what TKB is doing. You can definitely see some adaptations he's made. It seems like instead of having a formula, whether or not he's going to wake up, whether or not he's going to blood pool, he's really letting his instinct dictate the pace of the match. And he's being real smart about his blood pool, really smart about his Dektar calls, now that Baka's displayed an ability to punish all of his minions.
Right.
And he's really punishing Baka for not just blocking 9. Which, I mean, it won Baka a game, but at a certain point you got to realize that this damage is something I can't ignore.
That blood breath doing
No punish, but
all
does get
its
their
effect.
cross up. That's pure unfamiliarity.
There was that wake up.
Okay.
TKB so unpredictable with that.
So Baka's got a lot of work to put in. Doesn't whiff punish there. This is a good start though. Doesn't meter burn, that's fine.
He didn't have the meter
Oh, he
to
didn't have
burn,
the meter?
unfortunately, no. Ooh. He's trying to roll and anticipate, but unfortunately the spacing on the roll is
good
just
sweep.
off. One other thing that I've noticed from TKB is a lot of these initial matches where he's on the back end is a lot of just string unfamiliarity. Like in these past 2 games, you've seen Baka whiffing a lot of things. Like TKB is playing around his spacing and not into Black Canaries.
That's right.
And D-Bok is having a really, really hard time.
That's a good
that's
start.
the first
that's
one.
a stage transition.
That's the first time TKB got caught with that in a few games, actually.
So I think this is going to benefit Canary. Being towards the middle of the stage where she gets more damage off of her BNB, I think that situation benefits Canary. Oh, he meter burned. He had the round anyways, and he meter burned.
He wanted to ensure the damage. I can't really blame him. He's not too far behind. He can make something happen.
Ooh,
Nice with
that
the
hits
spring
twice.
back.
That hits twice. That's
That
going to
was-
break the armor and free it up. So
Like I said, you see D-Bok
air
going
escape.
for the in-air cancel on the special move, and just TKB, who was getting caught with it earlier, is playing around it in the perfect spacing. He's almost missed every time. He's not getting the whiff punish, but he's not safe about it. He has no advantage on it. So D-Bok basically is forcing himself to be a mix-up for missing his opponent. He's really fighting him right now.
I know, and now he spends his last meter down on life. This is pretty much a checkmate. He's not going to get to play for another 20 seconds. That's it. That's game.
The confirmation off the Deathstar Bolt with the blood pool had all the meter necessary to meter burn and even get another one, pulling him even closer into what have potentially could have been another confirmed. So well played from TKB. D-Bach, unfortunately, just not able to clutch it out with his girl.
Not a lucky man today.
Not a lucky man
Not rolling
today.
those 50-50s correctly.
No.
Maybe holding up a little bit too much.
A little bit, yeah. Some holding up, some crucial execution errors, and just a lot of just commitment. Too much commitment. Like you saw the knee dive happen so many times, and it worked out for him the first game really well. And
But TKB adapted.
when he could set it up. But yeah, eventually TKB was seeing those jump-ins, and instead of trying to anti-air and then getting caught whiffing by the special cancel, he was then just waiting for the special cancel.
Not to like fixate on what Baka could have done better. I feel like by doing so, we kind of ignored TKB playing extremely well
Extremely
towards
well.
the end there. I mean,
Very good at mixing
yeah.
up all his options on wake up,
definitely had a read
defensively,
to what
offensively.
Baka was looking to.
For sure.
Whatever Baka was looking to do, TKB had a solid read on him. He wasn't allowing himself to be conditioned.
So we're at our grand final set.
TKB coming from losers, Karma from the winners. I'm excited to see some Firestorm action. I hope he can conquer the roulette table that is Atrocitus.
Interested in seeing what kind of options that Firestorm might be able to have against this. And obviously that's always an option. Blood pool, just amazing.
And Firestorm, 200 health less than Atrocitus, which, you know, I mean, it's not significant, but it's
when,
there.
When you
It's
have
there.
a heavy,
Something you
when
gotta
you have a heavy hitter like Atrocitus, whose close-up game is going to be stronger than that, you know, it's very dangerous.
Yeah, as opposed, you know, you have Atrocitus Life Flyer. You guess wrong 5 times, then you're out. Firestorm, you guess wrong 4 times, and you're down. So it's really going to play into the dynamic. Let's see if he uses the stage. I think he's good enough to be able to. Never mind, just kidding. Left about another 25% on the table. Not a lot of that going on here. He gets a sweep. That's good footsies, but man, TKB, he likes setting the pace with his wake up. He likes instilling that fear in them and making them think for the entirety of the match, man, is he going to wake up and do that
Is he
punch?
going to wake up? No, and then he just wakes up overhead, and then you get hit.
And see, like I was saying earlier, getting hit by that move is frustrating. Because it's 6 hits. It's not
Yes.
like a short, you know, Dr. Fate pushes him away with the Ankh, Firestorm tackles him. No, you gotta watch your dude get punched in the face a couple of times.
And get corner carried practically.
Yeah, man, and so you're gonna condition yourself just by thinking, man, I can't believe I got hit by that. You just want to block on wake up. So the faster that TKB can put that in your head, the more he gets to dictate the pace of the game on wake up. So right now, though, Karma does clash. He is clashless, but right now he's tied it up, playing a good game.
He's laming him out right now.
Yeah, he's telling Atrocitus, you know what? The only things guaranteed in life are death and taxes. You're going to have to pay for this space to move forward. And Atrocitus takes about 400 moves in, but does get there. Eats a wake-up, though. That's going to put him full screen. But he does win the projectile war with a blood pool.
Atrocitus wins.
As most would.
So I think a word that maybe doesn't come up often enough is tempo. And if it's one thing I can take away from the way that TKB plays, it's his tempo. He's definitely got control in all of the matches he's played. Even when the other players are ahead, they're still trying to play. They're still playing to TKB's tempo.
Right.
And the entire game is how are they going to adapt to what TKB's doing.
Right. And
Because-
he exhibits patience in all the right spots, and that's one thing that I'm seeing is just his situational awareness is just a little bit.
It seems to be
high.
out of the other
It's-
players' leagues that we've
Yes,
seen
it
so far.
seems very strong because he knows he plays a strong character, but he's not just constantly abusing all of the options that he has. He's mixing it up, and he's making it tough. He's making these players work for what progress they're making
And it doesn't
on his
seem
life
like
bar.
it doesn't seem like he's making many execution mistakes, which is something that we can see from other players.
He's had very solid execution from what I've seen so far. Is he doesn't really drop most of his combos.
Oh, that
I
was
don't
a
know.
hard read.
I don't really know if it's more of like an Atrocitus thing, which is I feel like it is, but irregardless, it still is what it is. His execution is holding up more for him, and that's why it's working out better.
Well, his character does more damage, and he's doing more damage because he's doing his combos. He's kind of playing everything right. Karma, though, fighting hard out of the corner. Now he gets the full screen. You know what, Atrocitus? Only thing in life, death and taxes. You're gonna have to pay something to get in. Atrocitus says, dude, I'm from Texas. He's from New Mexico. Doesn't want to pay his taxes, just gets right in there. But full screen, Dexstar's gonna try to fight the projectile war for Atrocitus.
So TKB with the very strong initial control of this game, but Karma has been finding some interesting reads. Gets caught on the wake up there. Goes for the clashless damage. Wow.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh.
Wow.
Didn't have enough HP.
Didn't have the HP,
He
but
smashed that dude.
he barely missed too. It was so
He
fast.
said, Firestorm, shut up.
He did. He just smacked that boy in the mouth, yo.
Shut your mouth.
You're grounded, asshole. No more chilling with Blue Beetle. Y'all are grounded.
Oh, damn. All right, so let's see here. Again, TKB really controlling the pace, but Karma fighting his way out of the corner. There it is, man. The wake up. Tries to go for a meaty low blast.
And it was, like I said, he almost seemed like he was almost the whole mid screen away, but that's what I'm saying is TKB his spacing is just immaculate. Like
And you know what TKB's
I've
thinking
seen
after
it several
Karma?
times.
TKB's thinking after Karma did a wake up attack 3 times in a row. He's like, really? You're going to do it again? I'm going to hit you 5 times, and you're still going to try to wake up on me? That's great. I think that was really good for him, because now he's one blocked blood pull away from just taking the round. Karma realizes this and takes to the skies, but when normals do chip, you're not going to get much damage out of it. The best you can do is try to get him to
I believe Karma went in for the initial maybe. Okay.
So there's nothing TKB can do about the projectile war at all when Karma's in trade. Even if he hits him with a blood pool, it's just going to do way more damage. Ooh, interesting. Goes for the side switch instead of opting to keep corner pressure. That's really
I
interesting.
think Karma had a lot of meter. I feel like he wanted to take the initial damage, you know, just kind of ensure his life advantage, but
Yeah,
it's
so-
not working out now.
Dude.
Amazing read with the meter burn forward 3.
Josh, this
He's
is telling him
gone.
just shut up.
He has
Shut
it.
your
He-
mouth, Firestorm.
TKV is definitely in his head at this point. You can just see from this 2-0 lead right now that TKB is here to play.
Ooh, good blocks though. That was a good block.
Nice.
Dexstar keeps it from being
the
a full
hero.
punish, but
Good
that was a good block. I honestly would have expected high there. So that's good. I think Karma needed that. Karma needed a game where he was kind of controlling the middle, but even then, you feel like the whole match you're playing to TKB's pace. You're fighting against what TKB wants to do instead of playing your own game, which is never good. Because you're gonna make a mistake eventually, and it's stressful when you don't feel like you're in control.
I've seen TKB go for the overhead. He'll cancel it on the second hit. That's
Ooh,
when
he let it rock
when
there.
he does do it. See right there after 2 hits, and I've
You're
seen
right.
Karma get hit by it several times in the set. Right there, you see it again.
And TKB is saying, you know what, if it's not broken, why the hell would I fix it? If you're going to get hit by the same shit, I'm going to keep doing the same
True,
shit.
true.
Karma's just waking up.
If there's one kind of sort of habit I can see from that, is it that right there? Is he has a little bit of patterns on his pressure, but overall it's still very solid. It doesn't mean it could just be immediately countered.
With punish. So you know what, while Karma's... He didn't have meter. I thought we were about to be in for a big combo. But Costas didn't have meter. Good blocks,
Nice.
but meter burn makes it safe. That's cheap. I don't know if he's plus after that, but either way, Karma gets hit by a down 1. And now the
cancel.
kitty's in play. Let's see what he's going to do with Dexstar. Alright, so while they're clashing, I think it's important to note that I think Karma could really start taking advantage of the fact that after Firestorm hits the low projectile on the ground, TKB's blocked every time. So I don't think you even have to incorporate the metagame of the meter burn for the frame trap anymore. That's going to be the reset. Oh, maybe not. Still some damage on the table. That's safe. Why are you pressing buttons?
Wow.
I'm not minus there.
The corner pressure, that corner pressure is so amazing. The down 1 spit into the spit cancel.
That's good. That's chip. That's chip. So he invested the meter, which is important. He needed to get that first bar.
Karma staying
So-
alive. Ooh, full activation of the trait. Gets punished on reaction by the blood pool.
Karma's going to have to stop doing it. I don't understand why he's waking up for it. TKB's not playing into it. That's why he's getting so much mileage.
The first game, or the first, yeah, I think the first game, Karma really got a lot of wake-up options there,
That's true. That's true.
and he kind of instilled the
Fear.
fear of the wake-up too much. Now TKB is, you know, obviously smart, player, strong awareness. He's not playing into it at all, and he's still mixing up his own wake up options. You've seen Karma get hit by the wake up punch shenanigans like a few times here and there. So
yeah, and like I said, the more and more you get hit by it, the more frustrating it becomes.
exactly.
Because it's not a one and done type situation. So he opts for Fate, better wake up attack, better tools in the neutral, I think, than Firestorm. Overall, seems to be a more well-rounded character. But you can't hold up mid-screen. If you're not throwing a projectile, just hold that down button, man. What are you doing? So now, good wake up. He's definitely gotten wake ups for Dr. Fate, and that's all we've seen so far. Because he's getting knocked down so much. He does it again, and TKB says, dude, stop, shut up. Put that Ankh back in your pocket and hold this forward 3. Smacked him on his helmet. Oh shit, okay.
It's just more fear to instill for TKB, just more conditioning to be had.
Yeah.
And there you see it. You just, Karma, unfortunately, not really making the same adaptations as even, you know, D-Box with patience. Right there, you just see full screen blood pools kind of just doing all the work right now.
The tempo of the match completely belongs to TKB.
Wow.
Karma's not getting his own game
He
started.
woke up, shot some stuff.
Snitching on him. Who ordered the pizza? Was it you?
He's got trait. Dr. Fate does hella damage with trait.
He's got sick combos in Trait.
His trait is very short though.
Alright, so let's see. Does Atrocitus have meter here?
He has a little bit.
A little bit. Not a whole meter. So he's going to get the 15%. That's decent value out of your Clash. Again, second blood pool.
He's really catching Karma on the jumps. You see, the conditioning right now from TKB is too good. Karma, I feel like opting to jump back a lot, assuming that the overhead or the punch run is coming, but
He should.
then you just see TKB waiting it out. He's catching those jumps with blood pool, guaranteed. Using those to get Dexter out and force the initiative even more. It's just, dude, TKB is just playing so solid right now.
If I'm Karma, I'm going to put down my patch. I'm going to walk next door. I'm going to get a massage. Ooh. I'm going to come back after thinking
pick
about it for a
Bladum.
while.
Nah, boy. Tilted. You just, yeah. If you pick Bladum and that's not your main, you're definitely tilted.
Yeah. Saying I don't need to work for my wins. I'm just gonna do shit and it's gonna work.
I'm gonna chuck, and if you come next to me, you're gonna catch the lightning.
Look at that, dude. So he punished the blood pool with the lightning, and that did as much damage as he was doing with his bread and butters with the last guy. So I don't know, man.
You see the damage over time taking its effect.
Karma has to be frustrated. This has to be such a demoralizing place to be. You're in winners. This guy's running a huge train on you. It seems like he's just doing whatever he wants. He's not even thinking about how you're playing the game.
Amazing. Oh my goodness. Just
how many times has Karma tried to wake up and just
Karma
block?
has tried to wake up and block almost no time.
That's what I'm saying, man. And TKB definitely has a clear understanding of the fact that Karma is just
doing whatever. I have seen him duff him with meter burn, forward 3.
He's spacing
more than a handful of times in the set, actually. Even in just the last round, it happened almost 2 to 3 times. I'm pretty sure.
So this is just a panic flash. I wonder how many meters he's gonna spend. 2. That's the most value you can get. That's what you want. And if you know that your opponent wants to conserve the meter, which I think is important, then just spend the 2. Look at the amount of fear Karma has. He doesn't want to even play his game.
Like I said right there, overhead 1-2 cancels into the low.
It's crazy. It's like TKB does one unsafe thing early on and gets rewarded for it because they guess wrong. And so for the rest of the match, they're just thinking, oh, when's he going to do something stupid again? And he's just taking advantage of that mentality.
That's what I'm saying is it's just like he's initializing his character knowledge and just overall his options, like situationally. He's making you think about what he's doing right off the bat, first round, even at the end of first game, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's making the cogs in your head turn, and I feel like he knows how to get you thinking
about his
in a
game.
Certain way. Yes,
and you're not gonna play
in a very specific certain way as to where he can start playing around that. He can see the way you're starting to react to what he does, and you know this and that. And then it's like you said, like Atrocitus is a very frustrating character. Like he can be very set play. He has a lot of the tools and just damage everything as a character to make it happen. So
one of the best traits in the game.
When you see Karma, you know, trying to, you know, make some stuff happen, he just keeps getting shut down. He needs to have a more calm approach. Like, there's so many times he could have just woke up, block, maybe wake up, throw, like, you know, change it up. But he's not. He just keeps, he's waking up special cancels, like right there.
And if you look at what TKB's doing, he's not taking risks. I mean, that's a risk, clearly, but it's...
Well, all the reads are back to back, though.
No,
like,
what
you
is
can't...
Karma doing? It's clear that TKB is innocent, and Karma seems to be just waiting for TKB to make a mistake, and it's never coming. So let's see if Karma can fight his way out of the corner. Let's try to low attack, and TKB's woken up a million.
Oh my goodness. And there it is, just once again, you see Karma go for the wake up option, and you see TKB with the proper read on the meter burn, like forward 3.
Did it again.
There we go.
He woke up again. This guy is glitched.
On,
he woke up again!
On reaction. It's almost every time, like, he can't block. Like, he's almost counting on the fact that you think that he might do something different, and he's not. Wow, and you just see the amazing damage from Firestorm right there with Trey active. But you do see the trait passes by very quick. The end of that round is going to force Karma to lose out on most of his trait option.
All right, so who's got a better trait, TK or Atrocitus or Firestorm?
Atrocitus, because
so then why the hell
Firestorm's trait is very much like a install, like Devil Trigger type thing. Like, it makes his initial moves better and he'll do more damage, but it doesn't give him nearly anything close as to what Dexstar gives Atrocitus, because not only is the trait diverse in the fact that you can either shoot or do you shield, and you can do several options, you know what I mean? You can either have him shoot or throw the shield, or you could have a couple shields, like this and that, like things.
That was a clinic from TKB,
that was
a clinic.
Very quick. Grand
finals.
Finals. It was a 6-1, I believe. TKB just adapting, playing far too clean.
He showed the reason Atrocitus is like top 5. You consider Atrocitus top 5.
But he also showed why he is top 5 in the right capable hands, though.
That's true. Cause yeah, it's like I said, Atrocitus was not taking many risks, doing anything. So this guy's got no manners. He said he didn't even say goodbye. No manners on that guy.